G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, here we go. Today's the big day. We're going to reveal all the results for the 4 tracks that we've been playing when we've been doing this DAC shootout. Now this has been really eye-opening for me. It's really engaged you, and I'm going to do more of this kind of thing in the future with different products. Now we'll get you to tell me what you hear. Most people are saying that the recordings are really great and that they're able to hear lots of nuance and detail in the recording. That's hasn't happened by accident. I've really taken time to get the recordings as level matched right across the board with all of the recordings, and making sure that I get the sound as recorded as to the best of my ability. As an ex-sound engineer, I know a thing or two about how to record in this room and in general. So hopefully that's come across in what you've been hearing, and that's just what this channel is going to provide you. I'm always going to be giving you the best audio I possibly can, and that's just part of what I want to provide for you. So let's go. Got all the results written here as I've been doing them. So track 1, the DAC 1, or the first DAC you heard, was the May KTE, the Holo Audio May KTE over the back there. The second DAC you heard was the Playback Designs MPD 8, so that was DAC 2 in that first track, and DAC 3 was the Audio Music DAC 1 right behind me here. So that was DAC 3 in for track 1. So track 2, the first DAC that was playing was the AM DAC. So the Audio Music DAC 1 was the first DAC played. The second DAC played on that track was the Holo Audio May KTE. And the third DAC obviously was the Playback Designs MPD 8 on track 2. All right, how you going? Hopefully you've picked your favorite. There's no real right or wrong here. What it's about is just picking what you like. The DAC that resonates with you as far as what you hear. Now, of course, there's no substitute for hearing these DACs in a room, and so I would always say to you, just as general advice, is if this gives you an idea about where you think you land, then it's about going out and auditioning those DACs. So on the next video that I do, which is where I'm going to talk in detail about all 3 DACs and how I found them sonically in the room, I will leave links in the description below on that video for the distributor for the AM DAC 1, the distributor for Playback Designs here in Australia, and the distributor for the Holo Audio May KTE here in Australia. So I'll leave links below. I would encourage you to reach out to those distributors and dealers and see if you can get to demo the DAC if you're in this country. And I think that's super important to do that, because you really do need to hear how it performs in the room. And obviously if you can get it in your own system, which is something that then is familiar to you, is also extremely important. So that's all good advice that I offer to you all. Make sure you make a decision after listening to the DAC in the flesh, as opposed to what you're hearing in the room here. Now it gives you an idea, it gives you a bit of a feeling for what they do, and that if I've been able to do that, then I feel pleased that I've been able to help you guys in that respect. So now let's move on to track 3. So on track 3, the order was, the first DAC you heard was the Playback Designs MPD 8. The second DAC you heard was the Audio Music DAC 1. And the third DAC obviously was the Holo Audio May KTE on track 3, which was that orchestral piece of music that we played. Now, the final track, the one that I asked you guys to pick. So I got 2 requests for Dire Straits Private Investigations. I'm a Dire Straits fan from way back. I'm old enough to remember them from when they were young fellas and performing. And I've always been a fan of Dire Straits. Their recording quality is also very, very good. Mark Knopfler's a stickler for making sure that he gets what he's looking for in a recording, and that is fleshed out in in everything. I've got all their albums on vinyl as well. So it'd be interesting maybe to play Private Investigations on the Kuzma turntable for you to have a listen to as well. Maybe I'll do that too. And then you can hear it in a purely analog form as opposed to streaming it as we've done. So on that track, that's why we went with your selection. As I said, I opened it up to you guys. Pick me a track, and if I get a consensus, which is more than one, I'll play it. And there were some other great selections there, by the way, too. So well done, everybody, for engaging and giving me some selections. I really love hearing from you guys. It's one of the reasons I like doing this channel. It's because I'm getting really good interaction and really good feedback from my family, which are you guys out there. So if you choose to subscribe to this channel, you become part of the An Aussie Audiophile family, and I appreciate having you all on board, and I'll listen to you. When you tell me you want me to do something, if I can do it, I shall do it. This is a channel that's for you guys. So please keep your feedback coming. Keep talking to me about what you want. I think I've been doing this for a bit over 2 months now, and I'm loving doing it. But I also want to hear from you as well. I love that subscriber engagement. So please keep it coming. So on the last track, now this was when I put all 3 numbers in pieces of paper in a baseball cap, and I drew them out because the first 3 have always been different variants, so nothing was the same in the first 3 tracks. But the 4th track, I did it purely randomly so that there was no bias one way or the other. So the first DAC that was played on the final track was the Holo Audio May KTE. So it was DAC 1. DAC 2 was the Audio Music DAC 1. So that was the second DAC played. So the third DAC played was the MPD8, the Playback Designs MPD8. So they are the orders. That's them. So go through your selections. You'll be very interested, I'm sure, as to what you picked and what you preferred over the others. There were some very interesting answers. Some fellows that I know that own some of these DACs were not picking their DAC in this challenge most of the time. So that was pretty interesting to me as well. And then they were explaining what they were hearing, and I love getting that feedback as well, because that made me understand that what I'm recording in this room is translatable. You are able to hear it, and that's really has proven to me that spending the time on getting the recordings right is really worthwhile, because it's something I need to do for you guys so that you can actually have a really informed opinion. You can hear into the music. You can hear what's happening in the room here. You're never going to hear it all, as I think I said before. It's around 30 or 40% better in the room. It's quite staggering in the room. All 3 of these DACs have really performed amazingly. I think they're all staggeringly good value in their price points. I'll say that now. I'll go into more detail as to how I rank them and what I think of them in more detail in the next video to follow this. But until then, please, all I can ask you to do is like the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? You better get on board. Just push that subscribe button and jump on board. Be part of the Aussie Audiophile family. We want you on board. We love having you. I want to build the channel. And there's more of this crazy stuff to come. I've got lots of other things in the pipeline at the moment. Just heard from another distributor here in Australia who's got a pair of speakers that I'm getting in for review. These things look really interesting. I won't say any more at this stage until I've got them here, but it's only just happened literally 5 minutes before I'm making this video. So there's always plenty going on, and as my reach gets bigger and more people are noticing the channel and all of us on the channel and our interaction, the more really cool, interesting stuff I'll be able to bring into the room here, and you guys will be able to have a listen to. So please like, subscribe, and we'll be talking really, really soon with the next follow-up video on my thoughts on all 3 DACs. Until then, bye for now.